afternoon,
everybody.
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for another fun-filled, packed Tuesday afternoon here at Talking Martelli. Have a lot of stuff going on that we're going to discuss really briefly and get right into our guest. Brian, I'm going to have you tell the viewing audience what we have for upcoming sales and try to go over the announcements. Which
So,
I
like
stole
this
your
week,
cards.
we've got the no slip stuff, right?
Yeah.
No, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so website, we got a 25 on the specialty. It says specialty templates here. MartelliNotions.com. Go over that. So we have that. And how long does that usually last?
Was that last week?
That goes through Sunday.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, but that's the no slip is this week, right?
Yep, this week.
Okay, so
today
no slip
through Sunday.
The live that I did on the Martelli Enterprises page, that's what we're doing. So that's the no slip material. You do not want to miss it. MartelliNotions.com. It's very easy. Just go to the shop all in the featured product section, and it's perfect. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Limited time. Jump on it, okay? We do have the new internet in. And the fiber lines are here, and it is rock solid. Let me tell you something. It is stupendous. Even the video quality is better. It's going to make me look better, which I will take any time. But more importantly, we have made David look better.
Now that I can believe. But
Now,
Brian,
no better
no way.
than Jess didn't need
Oh, you
that,
said
so.
no better.
No.
Oh, I thought you said better.
No,
Nobody's gonna
Mo
believe
better
that.
blues.
Mo better.
Mo better. No, okay, so on your end, if you get a freezing or anything like that, I promise you it ain't on us.
We got a flamethrower.
We got a super flamethrower. Okay. Obviously, today on Talking Martelli, we've got some really special guests. It's the first time I've ever met her. So we'll go into that in just a second.
There you go.
But June 10th through the 12th, we've got Christy Potter, okay? First of all, she's an amazing person, okay? And she's a great teacher. She's going to be teaching techniques. Do not miss that. You can check that out on MartelliNotions.com as well. We are working on, by the way, Comment Sold. We are super close to it. Comment Sold is going to streamline our fabric sales for those who don't know what's going on right now. Our fabric sales are going to be streamlined. All you're going to do is be able to click sold and the lot number, and it's done. It's going straight to yours. It's going to be super quick and easy, and the process is going to help us out tremendously. What that is going to provide us to do is to be able to create more bundles for you, more tools and templates. Instead of, we have to cap ourselves right now. So it's going to create a lot better streamlined process for us on the back end as well, and it's going to be a lot easier for you.
Let me add one thing to that real quick, Brian. One thing that I absolutely love about Comment Sold, a lot of times when we do these fabric sales, there's just that one bundle, or actually several bundles that everybody wants, and they get sold before a lot of people have the opportunity to purchase.
You're talking about the wait list?
Yeah. So you'll be put on that wait list. So a lot of these bundles that you're missing, you won't miss anymore. So that's going to be really, really cool feature.
Absolutely. That wait list will put you in. Somebody doesn't come through with payment, or just says, you know what, I don't want that bundle anymore. It drops out next person in line. So you want to be the person in line. So you want to go ahead and jump on it if you can. Obviously, this is a big one for the end of the week, for the end of the month. This is our open house, okay, here at 3613 North Palafox here in Pensacola. Nice. 25th and the 26th. The first day is going to be
that is going to be awesome.
9 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3. We're going to be here on Saturday too. Fabric's going to be anywhere from 9 to 12.
Yeah, $9 to $12. And this is huge that I definitely want to add. And I've already had 2 people call me about this. So. I don't know if anybody knows about shipping around the world, but it's hit and miss all over the place, and it's really difficult. It's tough for us to get sewing machines in. But one of the things that I did want to add, and I've already had 2 people take advantage of this, if you're going to come to the open house to come down and see us, make sure you bring your sewing machine. Even if you don't trade it in, you have it here in case you find that special deal. Because I tell you what, Brian, there's nobody that I'm aware of in the United States that gives as much for sewing machines than we do. And let me preface everything with this too. The reason why we're able to give so much money for sewing machines is because the majority of the money that Martelli makes is made on Martelli products. So we don't try to hit home runs on every single deal. Like some of the deals that we got, if it's good enough when we make a little bit, we're good with that. So we're able to discount those machines so much more than everybody else, because everybody else that has a dealership, they're so dependent on selling machines for their family to
That's it,
eat.
yes,
And
yes.
that's not the case with us. So you'll be able to take advantage of a huge savings. So bring that sewing
Bring
machine
it with you.
Yes, and if nothing else, if you don't find that special deal, hey, bring it back home with you, right?
That's right. It's a win-win. It doesn't matter there.
Yeah, and that's kind of my thought
Yeah.
process behind it. So make sure you bring your sewing machine June 25th and 26th.
There's going to be tons of giveaways too. So the
Yes.
giveaways, I know we're doing a workstation. I know we're doing a machine. We're going to do all, a lot of small items as well, anywhere from medium, small. It's going to be just a ton of fun. We're going to be taking a lot of pictures. They've got a note on here, y'all. Dress nice, please. I don't know why he said that.
That was on the note for Brian. I handed Brian my notes.
So dress nice. Oh, here it is. It says dress nice, Brian. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of pictures. We'd love to give you a hug when you come in and take some pictures, show you around, all that good stuff. So we can't wait. That's the 25th and the 26th of June. It is right around the corner. If you're new, please call to register as well as for our live sales, right?
Yeah, just for now. That's slowly coming to an end. Well, it's actually quickly coming to an end.
But go ahead. Yeah, we'll
Might
go
as
ahead and
well.
register. Yeah, that's our number that we do. Go ahead and register. You can call our storefront 850-542-4440 and go ahead and register. Get in. That way, if you're new, we had tons of new people last week. That
We
was
did.
To buy, all you have to do is put the lot number in. Just put the lot number. We don't even require you to say sold as for right now. And then also we have two options for you. You got a full bundle option, and then you got only a fabric option. We give you the choice of not needing the tool or needing the entire setup, which is super fun. So you'll see the two price system that we do. It is awesome. And the e-website. I'm excited
Yeah,
about
that was the last one. That was really
the e-website is going to be amazing. It's going to streamline everything. We're going to direct you straight to it. So all you have to do is not have to worry about always calling the storefront. This in an after-hour situation, it's perfect. So once we leave here after a live, we're gone. No one's here to answer that phone. So that e-commerce will let you be able to pinpoint what you want, click and get it. There'll be how many is left available. So jump on there. It's going to be streamlined, and that's for all our imports and all that good stuff that we get in. Then we'll have a bunch of new products always coming in for that. So that being said,
Let me add one thing to that too. With a lot of these imports, once we start getting this up and people realize that we're starting to import from other countries and other products, we can put more things in the container. Because I'm going to tell you what, the majority of these expenses that we get when we import and export are the shipping ones. So whatever you pay for the unit, you can tack on probably about 30 or 40% on shipping, which is
alone.
Unbelievable. That's why when you go on Amazon and you see some of these products and you see some of the really good prices, they're able to do that because the amount that they can jam into one container.
They have humongous, 100,000 square foot facilities.
And that's all that they do.
Yeah.
So as we get bigger and more well known, we'll be able to start getting into those containers. Kind of like what we discussed with the fabric about getting bigger, dropping some of the fabric prices. If I can order 2 bolts of Northcott instead of one, same fabric. Well, if I can order 10 bolts, well, it's going to be way better price than I can if I order 1 bolt.
Absolutely.
So that's something that Brian and I
bulk rate is better, and it's better for everybody.
Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody too. All right, ready to get into the show today?
Yes. So we've got somebody here, and you may know her. I've never met her. It's the first time I've gotten to meet her, and I've said it's a joy so far in the last 10 minutes or so. And you said your name was Nikki? No, Jessica Quinn is here, everybody. Our very own Jessie. She's been with us for a while. All right, give us, who is Jessica Quinn, by the way? It's all on you now.
Yeah. So Jessica Quinn is this one's niece, Marsha's granddaughter and Valerie's daughter. My main job is the website.
Yes, and she does a fantastic job on it.
And putting up with everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's really your main job.
Just so everybody knows, where we've come from in the last 15, 20 years, when we first started, there wasn't much involvement in it. But there's so many moving parts. You have classes, you have retreats, you have live events, you have purchasing online, you have online sales. So there's so many things that
New products always continuously going
on and off. Getting the pricing right. I know that there's been times where we've had an online sale. It would come up down to crunch time. We'd have 5 minutes left before the sale started. Hey, what's the price on that? Hey, Jess, can you drop this price or do this? So there's a lot to understanding how the website works. So a lot of times people call and might have questions, and we're going to discuss all this stuff today about putting a certain word in the search bar and not quite pulling that particular product up. There's just so much work in detail. So we're just going to give Jess the floor for about 15-20 minutes and just kind of give everybody a quick overview.
I'll help you with questions.
We'll help you with that. But just for a couple minutes, give a quick overview, and you don't have to be super specific, but just let the audience, the people watching, understand the process of maybe how you put a product up, how you take a product down, or how you prepare yourself for a sale, or maybe even how you work with the web company.
Because there's a lot of people out there that have their own small company, like little Etsy or something like that.
You might be able to help
them. And you may be able to help them.
All right, go ahead. Floor's yours, Jess.
So I hand let me ask you this: what's the time frame when someone hands you a product? Is it, hey, you got 2 weeks on this, or is it, we need this up ASAP?
To be honest with you, it's both. It's both.
That's surprising.
During sale, usually the sales are what's an instant. Usually getting products online, I have a time frame that I'm allowed to work within. But the sales are usually kind of thrown out there. And it's kind of like, we got to do this tomorrow. I've been very blessed, actually. We have a company that's helping me, Ventura, and they are phenomenal. So they've kind of helped take a lot of it and help me with it, because we've gotten to a point where it was so big that I could not handle it by myself. I didn't go to school for it. I'm self-taught.
Yes.
So a lot of YouTube hours, a lot of books, a lot of things like that. And I've learned a lot. I'm very happy. I love it. I learned something new that I didn't know I was going to love. But as far as putting new products on, you have to start with, my uncle or my mom or one of you guys who give us an idea of what we have to get started. It starts with my husband in the part where he makes it, or my brother-in-law Ryan, and then it goes to Zeke, who does, the graphics and things like that, and they shoot it over to me. And from there is where I put it online. And Miva, our online system, does a lot of the work for me, but there is still some coding you have to do. It's kind of a mix. So it's fine. It's like a puzzle. It depends. Some things you can do in a matter of minutes. Other things, it could take you a day or two. It just depends how much information has to go with the product, if you're putting videos in with the product. How many pictures you have, things like that. I mean,
product description.
Yes, product description is the hardest.
Yes, I'll give you that.
I had a love-hate relationship with Jessica years ago, because when we were smaller, you could just say, hey, Jess, can you do this? And she'd be like, yeah, sure, no problem. And she'd get it done. But now when you become a bigger company, and you're still a mom and pops, but you're not really, you're a large corporation.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much going on. Now there has to be a structured way of doing it, and the Martelli family has not always been a structured type.
Right, it's always here, can you do this?
Well, we've always been known as having that personal touch with the customer, being able, that's what most of the people love about us, is that even though we're big, we still have that small family atmosphere, or that feel.
More accessible.
That one-on-one, more accessible. And now it's like you get a new product. It's like, here, did you turn the paperwork in? Did you get it back? Did you prove this? Yeah. I'm like, man, just put it online already. But that's not how it works.
It's got to go through. It's a
process.
It's structure, a protocol, and it helps streamline. It helps your job be a little bit easier.
Like he said, back when we were a little bit smaller, it wasn't that hard, because I had 1 or 2 products, maybe a week, which was not hard for me to work on. But now you've got 10 in a day, and it's like,
things coming, things going.
Classes, products, retreats, it doesn't matter, things like that.
And maybe 2 to 3 different things that same week, which would probably take, the week to do usually, but now it's all 3. You've got the retreat coming up, obviously. Then we've got another sale probably on top of that. And then something else that's got to get on the website. So it's all 3. I get it. You get bogged down.
Well, it's not even the bogging down. It's like when we do the sales, if you guys have the online sales versus phones, things like that, and we have different sales hitting at the same time, what people don't realize is coupons. So we have coupons, and unfortunately, coupons don't always work on things that are not Martelli. So I've got to create the coupon, but then you have to go into the back end and turn off all the different things. So it's always more
So,
than
like, the
one
codes and
aspect
all that.
to
Forget about
doing something, and you get so much that you'll forget. You know, did I take that product off? Did I not take that product off? I have no idea.
So you and I have something in common when you talked about like the self-taught. When I was working for the sign company and I was doing, you know, the graphic design for, you know, Michael Larson, who's doing our signs out here. But I had to like, okay, Brian, here, we just got a new sign company. I need this logo built. And I'm like, but you get into your system that you learn, right? And I've seen what you've done. And I'm like, wow, you did birthday cards for me many times for customers. Fantastic. Not just say happy birthday. It's some like beautiful design that would be a Hallmark card. And I'm like, how did you, I just thought of it and did it. It's that creative thing. Hey, let me ask you this. This is what happened to me. So like when I would think of a logo that I need to do or a new logo for a company that's starting out or something, did you ever think about it like 11:30 at night?
Oh yeah.
And just go like, you're just laying down, you know, I've got it.
Oh yeah, I do
I've
that.
got the
I do
idea.
that all the time. Even
Yes!
with products like pricing, or how am I going to put that video in, or what do I need to put in the description, or I'll have done one. Because a lot of times I get things and I have to make descriptions, and I'm going to be real honest, I'm not a quilter or sewer, so I do the best that I can. But I'll be sitting there that night and go, oh, I should put that in there. And then I'll have to go the next morning and remember to stick it in.
Side. That's that creative juice.
Now, as
that
far
flows.
as like images and things like that, I wish I was a little more creative. My sister Stephanie helps me with a lot of that, because she's the brains with all the color coordinating and this looks good there and that should be bigger or smaller, and then I make it happen on the system. But she helps me with my placement because that's hard.
She's an interior decorator.
Well,
Yes.
that's one of the amazing things, you know, about the family, you know, put the website aside, is everybody has their special niche within a niche that they're good at.
And
You
so
know what I mean?
everybody's,
Yeah.
it's like a puzzle piece.
Yeah, so if there's one
Moving-
person
yeah.
that can't figure something out, or they're not specifically good with maybe this one area, you can have that somebody go, hey, what do you think about this, or what if we do this? And 99% of the time, I think it works out well.
It works out real well.
Now, I
when
wanna
you
add
put
another
together.
point.
It's like they're the yin and yang. She creates something, and then Stephanie will say something about like, oh, put that placement over there, and it's like, oh, wow, what? Oh, yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'll create it, print it out, and I'll bring it to her and say, how does this look? And I'm really bad at things. She'll be like, oh, no. You like, all this needs to move, or you need to change that color. Like, I start the initial idea, and then she'll be like, this is what you need to do to make it look better.
But it was the but the creativeness of it is awesome. I love that. We're not, you know, we taught on it. It's
Well,
just
that's
natural.
another point that I want to talk about too. You know, a lot of people, and I might get crucified for me about saying this, but I think schools a lot of times is overrated. You know, especially when you go into a position, sometimes I think being able to learn and even having to be put into a specific spot in a jam and it be time sensitive, and then you have to figure that out, I guarantee you that's something that you're never going to forget.
Right.
And when you're stuck inside a book, sometimes you end up forgetting more than you could ever use, because it's a process that you're doing to try to get a grade.
Everybody has their own process. Like, I think if you're creative enough, you're going to have your own process, just like writers, right? Like a book writer, right? Sometimes they go into the mountains and have to just be alone. You know, like Misery, Paul Sheldon. That didn't work out so well for him.
But that was an awesome book, though. I love when she snapped his ankles. In
Yes.
half.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, ooh.
I'm your biggest fan. You never want to meet your biggest fan, that's
No.
for sure. But you know what I mean? Like, everybody's got their own creative side and how to use it. So like you're saying about school, yes, it's important and all that good stuff, but it may not be why you're so creative.
Yeah. And sometimes, and this, you can probably be a testament to this, Brian, is going into a job, doing the job and not even knowing you're good at it. You have no clue because you've never done it before, and you do something, you get back and go, hey man, I might make this work. I might be pretty good at this.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I will tell you, and of course I don't have the expertise or the credentials to say how good Jessica is, but I'm sure she's really good because she does a good job.
I can tell you, she's really good at what she does.
Yeah, well, that was kind of my whole point behind it, and you don't ever know that you're good, and then when you get in there and you do it, like, hey, I'm really good at this, man. You can make big things happen when you discover you're good at something.
Not to mention, with technology, everything's changing all the time. You know, you have a brand new system over and over. What you learned in school 10 years ago
might not be applicable to what's going on today.
That is
Absolutely.
So
true.
being self-taught, I think is there's kind of some advantages to be. It's a lot harder, probably, I'm sure, but I'm sure there's also a lot of advantages.
Yeah,
you know,
with the technology. But here's the problem with technology.
changing. forever changing.
There's always an upgrade.
That's why I like it though, because I don't like being stuck in the same spot and being stuck with the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
So technology does; it's forever changing. You're forever having to learn something new. Like Photoshop's one of the things I had to self-teach, and it's
Illustrator.
there's still half of it I don't know how to use. But I was so excited because a couple days ago I learned how to make a GIF
No, very
out of
cool.
it.
Oh,
So if you go
Lord.
look at the Genomic class
no.
online and scroll down, you'll see my little GIF. It's changing images.
Very cool.
I was so excited. I learned
Watch
how to do
out.
that.
It's the
Here
little
you
things
go,
that are the
Facebook.
most, it's the little things that are the
Give
most
Central.
exciting. All right, so let's take a minute. I do want to cover this. And listen, folks, we're going to take a few minutes to have some time for Q&A. And I'm kind of monitoring Facebook, and Brian is on YouTube monitoring. So if you have some questions, I want you to grab a pen and a piece of paper and write them down for Jessica.
Yes, if you have questions, let us know. Whatever platform you're on, go ahead and put some questions down now. Jimmy will help. Dory Messer. Hey, everyone. Jessica sounds just like Val.
Yeah, they all
Yes, she
sound
does.
very
Also,
alike.
I'm going to apologize because I'm a very fast talker. In my head, I sound normal, and I don't think I need to slow down, but I know people can't. I sound like a chipmunk.
It's a northern thing.
People can't understand me.
It's a northern
I get yelled
thing.
at all the time, so you won't hurt my feelings if you say, hey, slow down just a little.
Or I'll have her repeat it. Okay, so this is one of the things that I wanted to really discuss today, because this is one of the newer things that we're doing with the website, and I know Jessica will have a lot of good information for us. So one of the things that I wanted to talk today for everybody is I wanted to talk about the point system, how that point system
Yes.
works, and when and how. Like, for example, I had somebody the other day that's buying fabric from the fabric sale, and they're like, Dave, I want my points. I'm like, well, I don't, because it's alive. I mean, I haven't had any meetings with you yet, but we cannot take those points from the website and put them on the fabric sale because it's alive. So I want you to talk a little bit about the point system.
Gotcha. So the point system is an online system only. So you physically have to go to martellinotions.com and put a purchase in for those points to get recorded. Once you get into your cart and you hit purchase in your account, because you have to be signed into an account. If you don't have an account, you don't get the points.
Just register real quick. Super easy.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So once you're registered and you check out, you'll get the points. And right now, the way the points work is for every dollar you spend, you get 10 points. And when you log in, there's a screen. It says My Rewards. And there's about 6 different rewards you can get right now. Once you hit that points amount, for instance, there's a 1,200 point, I believe, or a 2,000. I can't remember off the top of my head. But once you hit that many points, it will shade and say, hey, you have this available. When you click it to redeem your points, it gives you a coupon code. Because there's like a $10 off coupon, a $20 off coupon, and so on and so forth, depending on how many points you...
Super cool.
You can either use them as soon as you get it, or you can keep saving them for the next tier. Now, with that said, the rewards program is very new. I've been working on it for a while. We finally got it launched, so I was super excited. But it does so many more things that we are in the process of working on. So we'll have tiers here in the future, hopefully, with different ways of earning, different ways of getting points. We'll be doing more double the points weekends.
Ooh, that'll be a lot of fun.
Ooh.
So if you buy, you'll get double the points and able to earn more money off. So it's a really cool program. Ventura's working with me. We're learning how it works and how to get you guys better deals. This is just the basic right now because we're learning. But hopefully very soon we will have a lot more with it.
Yeah, that's a super cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
double the points. I like that. I
idea.
make it like a slot
It's-
machine.
it's-
I'd be
it's-
buying.
I tell you what,
Double
like
up.
it's
Ching, ching,
it's
ching, ching.
loyalty system
Of
is what it
course.
is.
It is.
Of course.
That's why we did it, because we have a lot of very loyal customers, and we wanted to be able to
Absolutely.
give back because we know how much you spend and support us, and we'd love to kind of give back a little bit
Which
of what we
makes
can.
which makes a huge difference. Whenever you have a base such as Martelli has, man, what a better way to be able to say thank you than to, hey, if you're going to keep buying from us, let's help you buy
We're
stuff
always
from
going
us.
to be
Yeah.
there's always going to be another tool out there. There's a lot of people have a lot of stuff of ours, right?
Mhm.
There's still going to be so much more innovation coming through. Like Jessica said earlier, everything changes over time. So moving forward, there's still going to be that new item that's always going to be out. So
And you know, that's another thing too, Jess. This is not for everybody out there. This is mainly for me. But when we go to the comment sold platform, they will be being online. Is there a way to integrate that? Because a lot of people that are buying these fabrics are some of these customers that are very loyal that are watching us now, and they want some of those points. Is there a way to integrate the systems between one website or one web-based platform to another?
what do we not know now?
Well,
Putting her on the spot.
Yeah.
just a little bit. So because it's two different platforms, they're not the same. I don't think you'd be able to integrate those. You could get a different one and have one for that site. I'm not 100% positive. I would
Well,
have to
that's a
get
good way
with
to solve it too,
Ventura.
though. Yeah.
They'll help me figure it out. We were going to talk about that when you got set up anyways,
Okay.
because I don't want people to get left out, obviously, at all.
Right.
So we're going to, whether it's its own or we can combine it somehow, we will figure out a way to also have points for those once
Good.
they are able to get it set up.
So what we're saying is we're working on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Another question that I had, and there's a lot of people out there, and of course, everybody's heard the term ambassador, right?
Mhm.
And we have a lot of people that maybe don't have a huge platform, no pun intended, but maybe they don't speak to big groups, or maybe they don't do classes, but they just love Martelli. And I do know that we were at one time working on an ambassador program, and that we still are, where it enables the person talking about Martelli to be able to give discounts, but not just give discounts, give credit for Martelli products that they're selling. Is this an ambassador program a program that Joe Q Public can use, or does it have to be somebody that has a Facebook group, or someone that is a teacher and teaches classes throughout the country, or travels and maybe does it abroad? How does the ambassador program work?
Gotcha. We are still in the process of setting up like the contract, because if you're an ambassador, there are contracts involved. You do have to sign. This is, our goals. This is what we expect. Things like that. Those are in the process. But when those are worked out and we have it set up and ready to go, anybody honestly could be an ambassador. So the way it works is you would go on to our online and register to be an ambassador, and at that time I would take it to Marcia or David or whoever, and they would go take a look. If you have a huge following, if you have a huge Facebook group, or things like that, they'll take all that into account and they'll make the decisions. So that's really up to you guys.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So they're
Well,
just
I-
kind of relaying and helping with the groups that they have, helping us grow while being an ambassador for us. I mean, that's a great.
Yeah, and we do have a few people right now. I know we took Jessica's working on something. I know we have taken a small break from it just at the moment, because there's a few things that was, few details that need to be ironed out. But I know there's a lot of people that before we had to take a break from that was currently taking advantage of that.
Mhm.
And there were some people that were introducing a lot of new people to the Martelli brand.
Yeah,
So
that's-
I mean, it works. The ambassador program to me is just incredible. I mean, I love the whole idea of the ambassador.
I like that, and I've seen it next to the little icon next to their name or something, like ambassador or something.
I don't know how the icon works, but I know like Jessica would come up with a code. Like I'll give you for example. So we did a virtual trade show probably 3 months ago, Jessica, for Quilting on a Budget. 2 months
Yeah.
ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And so what we did is like the Martelli virtual trade show. We did a Thursday and Friday, which by the way we have one coming up again in July for
Yes, we
Quilting on a
do.
Budget.
Be on
So
the lookout.
Quilting on a Budget is a group, for those of you that are not familiar, Quilting on a Budget is a group that has 60,000 members, and it's a Facebook quilting group. Well, Seth, the guy that runs it, and Gene that helps Seth, they've actually become really good friends of ours.
Fantastic people.
Really good people. You won't
Love
find any
them.
better people. But we did a virtual trade show for their group, and then Jessica gave them a coupon code. So once Brian was able to do the presentation for the rulers and the templates and whatnot, and I could be wrong about this, so you might have to refresh my memory.
It was like
But
budget 20 or something.
yeah,
like
it was
that,
budget 20.
Yeah.
And so we would do a demonstration, and then Jessica gave them a code of budget 20. So they were able to watch the entire demonstration on Quilting on a Budget, and then they were able to go to the Martelli Notions website, and then they were able to purchase, and then they typed in budget 20, and that gave them a 20% discount on every single product that was shown in that virtual trade show, and others, I think. But the whole point being was an ambassador having another group with another location, introducing new people, where everything that they sold was able to be tracked. So that's one of the wonderful things about that program, about being an ambassador and introducing people to because it's rewarding not just to the new people getting in, but it's also a way where you can be rewarded.
Yes.
Kind of like your points program.
So so that's another thing, like online promotions, right? So we want to get into that as well. But Jess, how important it is to somebody out there, maybe got their own place, they're trying to do maybe like some Facebook. How important is it to always just kind of post and do something, even if it's just like
That's
a
a really good
banner?
question.
As far as posting goes, you do want to be posting at least once a day. Like you want some sort of activity on your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever the case may be, reels, stories.
Right.
You want something.
Just so that they can see it. So
Yeah.
everybody out there, listen to that. Like that, it's if you get a thought process together every day. Sometimes you may have to post the same thing, but when you repost it every day, try to get new though, right? Try to get fresh on it.
You want new.
How much is
fresh.
too much? How much? So Brian
3,
and I,
4, 5,
well,
55 times a day.
Here, I got that. But Brian and I, well, we're starting to branch off of Martelli, trying to make Martelli bring in more revenue by starting new revenue streams. So we have, i.e., Talking Martelli, which you're watching right now. We have a Talking Martelli Facebook page.
Right.
Of course, we have the fabric sales, right? So that's one way that you can stay in touch with your people, but how much would be like, I'm trying to figure out
how much is too much.
Yeah, like
it's simple. Yeah.
If we're going to do this every day, and people are like, man, here's Dave and Brian again talking about Talking Martelli. Didn't they just tell me something?
How much is too saturated?
Yeah, how much is too much saturation? There you go. That's a great way to put it.
Or are we just too much saturation anyway?
Let's use somebody else other than us for an example.
Yeah. Don't use us as an example.
Yeah. I don't know. To be honest with you, I think it really depends on how you're posting. If you're in your stories and reels, I don't really think there is too much. Some people like to watch the funny. They like to watch your life. They like to see what's going on, what's
Be
new.
part of your life. I've noticed that too.
Now, as far as putting posts on your Facebook, actual posts, I'd limit to maybe, a few a day. I wouldn't be, putting 15,000 different posts on
right.
your
And I
your
know
main
there are
page.
a lot of people out there that do like 5, 6 posts a day. And I mean, I'm talking about like groups, like not groups, but like businesses and stuff. And it's like, okay. And I have to get them away for 30 days.
Yeah. Step off or disconnect.
Yeah, and it's things that I love. Like
well, a lot of it is also, and this is a lot of personal opinion depending on who you are. There's a difference between posting and advertising.
Right.
Yes.
Ah,
Huge
difference.
good. You hear that? Difference between posting and advertising. You can be you posting and all that stuff.
You could
but
post
the
a funny
advertising
meme,
is
yeah.
different.
Yeah, you could post a funny
That's
meme.
amazing.
They want to see stuff like that,
Yeah,
things like that on your group. That's how you get your customers to interact with you. That's how you get them to comment. Now, you can advertise, that's okay, but you don't want to throw up 10 different advertisements in the same day.
That's
So,
saturation.
and I think I'm going to make 2 comments. I think, well, first of all, the reason why I brought this subject up is because there is a new e-commerce website that is eventually coming out for Martelli. And the reason why we have not been doing it as much is because we don't really have a place to send anybody yet to purchase and to look at different things. But Brian and I do have a schedule that will be a weekly schedule. So when it does come out, and it is that time to start working on those details. We're obviously not trying to bombard you and do too much, but we will be.
It kind of falls in exactly what you said.
That's what I'm
About
saying.
once a day is what it is, and that's
That pretty much will
perfect.
should be our goal then, to get out there
Yeah.
once a day.
So, what did she set the schedule? That's
Well,
pretty good.
Well, no, that's another thing that, and Jessica can speak more about this, than I can. But having a company, a lot of people with smaller companies doesn't have the luxury. We didn't have the luxury of working with the web team for a long time until the last 3 or 4 years. But it is a godsend when you have someone that's been in the industry and this is their niche. Well, they know how this stuff works, so they can kind of lead you and guide you. So when you see things, my point is this: when you go on the Martelli's website or you go on the social media platforms and you see these things, just consider, hey, if you have a small business, you can use that as your own template, because we're being guided by someone that does this for a living on a daily basis with many different companies.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of my point, is just to use it for a template.
Very good, very good. So, just to rehash what that said, you can be consistent on your website, right? You can be consistent daily on your website. But if you do 10 different promotions in one day, that's what you're saturating your own self. People are going to get kind of annoyed by it.
Tired
I
of
promise
it.
you.
Mm.
Yes. 5 different, sales on the one day. Be consistent. You can have a daily. You can be yourself. You can be I think just what you're saying. Let people kind of invite to see how you are as your person. You're kind of inviting them to see who you are as a human being, right? Yeah. I mean, because like Jess said, I talk really fast and I don't. I've known her for 8 years now, and I can hear exactly what she says now. When I first I was too. I just met her. I was like,
Say that again.
Dory Messer says she sounds just like Val.
Yeah.
Who did?
Dory Messer.
Yeah. Dory said she sounds just like Val. Yeah. And what's your nickname?
Mini Val.
Mini Val.
I look, I sound like her. I probably act like her.
We love Val. I worked for her for a very long time, and it was an amazing, amazing experience. So we got. So moving on.
I want to talk about. Sometimes there's frustration that comes out when you're dealing with the website, when you're trying to find a certain product, and no matter what you put in, especially if it's a new product, it doesn't pull up. So let's talk about this one last subject, and then I want to get into Q&A. So writing all these questions down, I want to try to get to as many
get the
people.
questions out. Go ahead and do it, whether you're Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead and start, because the Q&A is about to start in a minute. So go ahead and start posting your questions. If you're on Facebook, I'll kind of keep an eye on it. If you're on YouTube, Brian will keep an eye out, and Jimmy will kind of help both of us.
I keep an eye on everything.
Yeah, but okay, so talking about keyword searches, and I know even, man, it's our company, and then I'll type in stuff and I can't find it, and it's so frustrating. So I'm going to let Jessica talk about the keyword search, and then how, if you're a customer, and hopefully I'm not getting in trouble by doing this, but I'm gonna try to have Jessica give you a place where you can email her if you write something down, or if you type something into the keyword search on the website and it's not pulling up. Maybe you can send a quick note and say, hey, I typed in Matt and the cutters came up, or either that nothing came up. So it just helps Jessica help the web people, because Jessica doesn't sew and quilt. I don't sew and quilt. The web people don't sew and quilt. So they're doing everything in their power to help us. Besides Brian. He's going to knit some wool socks here in the next few weeks for me for winter time.
Yeah, I am.
But we're going to get into where you can send to be able to help Jessica and the web team be able to make the website more user-friendly.
Streamline it more easy.
Yeah. So let's talk about keyword searches.
Keywords.
I mean, I don't even know how you would really address it, right? Other than, do you have to be specific?
So the website's a little touchy when it comes to keywords. So one of the examples is the Tasket basket.
Mm-hmm.
So most people think Tasket basket. A lot of people will put Task It basket and make Task It and It 2 words. Well, online, Tasket was made 1 word because it's just designed for our product. That way it was a funny thing, haha. So it's a Tasket and then basket. So if you type in actual Tasket attached, 1 word, it pulls up. Same thing. Sometimes you get too specific, so it doesn't pull it up. So if you were to put light, it will pull up all the products that have a light with it. They're generally within the first page or 2. Some of it we have been able to work on a little bit. We've gotten it to work a little bit better.
Oh, or so, I mean, I
compared to what it was. We've been working really hard.
Yeah.
I was so angry. Janice, which works with Jessica and kind of working with us at the website.
Hey, Janice.
About, if you're watching, hey, Janice, about 6 months ago, she goes, yeah, Dave, because I was getting so frustrated because, you and I hear a lot of the complaints from the customers. So then we can turn around. She said, okay, Dave, what I want you to do is I want you to write down. She goes, don't bombard me. She said, just send a few every day. And so I had this big, long sheet. I had 2 full sheets, almost 2 full sheets, and I cannot find what I did with it. It was all handwritten and not typed.
Yeah, I remember writing in Snap.
So aggravated.
And Snap didn't come up.
Yeah.
And I put in Caddy. Caddy didn't come up. And then it was back in the day, I think you remember the clamp tool.
Yeah, clamp tool, yeah.
I was like,
well, that's the other problem. So sometimes our products start out as one thing. So back in the back end, that's what it was tagged with.
And it just...
Well, when we decided to rename it, or we added tools and made it a kit, or whatever the case may be, it's not catching on to what we renamed it.
And now it's on there, by the way. So now it's on there, and my Snap Caddy dreams come true.
So Jessica, if somebody wants to help you and wants to do they want to do their deed for the company and really help the company out, and they type in something where they think they can help you with the keyword search, is there an email address that you won't get bombarded with emails where they can email it just to kind of help you out with that?
Yeah, the support email is going to be the best one. Miss Michelle is awesome. She answers it every day, so I know it'll get seen. I'm going to be real honest.
And what's that total email?
It's support@martellinotions.com. Because mine, I'm not on every single day because I do a lot of different things. So as long as you send it to that one, she checks those daily, and she'll forward it to me.
Yeah, and please put attention, Jessica, or even in the the message line, just put attention, Jessica. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll help Jessica out. That'll help the Ventura team out. That'll help everybody out. It'll help yourself out.
Yeah.
Because if we don't know,
we don't know. And we're not searching for stuff every day, but you are.
But
so that would be a
That's
huge,
right.
huge help.
That's a key thing that you may want to do on your own. So this is another thing that why we wanted Jessica. You may have your own website out there. That's a huge thing. When you're searching for something and you get frustrated, you can't find it, you assume it's just not there. So, and you don't want to have to go search through the whole website to find one thing that you're looking for. You want to just be able to put a word in.
Lupe Withers, hey Miss Withers, she said, Lupe Withers, yep, I guess.
This is all day long. All day long.
I can never find the Dresden 8-inch. So is that what you type in, Dresden 8-inch, and it
or
doesn't
just
pull
put
up?
Dresden.
Dresden, I would imagine, would pull it up, huh? So that's perfect. That's a good way to start this whole process off. So Miss Withers, if you support at Martelli Notions, just drop Jess a line, put attention Jessica, and then make sure.
There it is.
Yep.
That's how we get it solved right there. So maybe, and it should be easy enough to put Dresden in. Now we know, and that may be it.
Yep. All right. So do we have any more topic of conversation that we want to talk about keyword search? Because I have a few questions that I want to go ahead and get right into. Jess, did you have anything that you wanted to add to the keyword search?
No.
Okay.
You ever going to type in Dresden?
Yes, because it's going to bother me now.
See,
this is how we
You're
service our
typing in just
customers.
Dresden.
You know, I almost
Yep,
did
it
that.
pulls it
comes
right up.
Okay,
Yep.
Okay.
then it's done.
Perfect.
Checking myself.
All you have to do is type in Dresden, and it will now pull up. So
See, a lot of the times when I'm looking on a website, a lot of the times that when I do something, I have learned that just put in one word.
It is.
Don't try to do the whole
Too much.
8-inch and all that stuff all the way down the line. Just put in Dresden. It'll bring up all the
Less is
Dresden,
more.
templates we have. Then you can go over the different when you find the one that you're looking for, and you end up looking and say, I like that one too. So you know what I mean?
You know, here's a couple things I want to talk about the website, and we talked about this for the e-commerce, doing this for the e-commerce website, is putting one product in multiple locations. So maybe if you have 3 or 4 different, like say you have one that's cutters, and you have one that's for no slip, and you have one that's for a light, you can put one product if one product has to
Yep.
do with both of those
Just like
categories.
the press and cut mat could be in the
mat.
ironing section and the mat
that's
section.
good point.
You can, but there's a reason why we don't do that.
Oh,
and
see, here we go.
this falls in on my back end, sorry. So, because we literally have hundreds of products on our website.
Yes.
So they are categorized. So what happens when we do discounts and sales for you guys, it makes it a lot easier. So you'll notice that a lot of our sales are categories. Like this week is the category for no slip.
Yep.
So if I have them in different areas, or we do, which is not a problem if you're doing just those products, right? Now when we do those virtual trade shows and we start doing, different discounts, different products, they do it by categories, and you start getting double discounts because it doesn't understand that it's in 2 different
So
categories.
instead of 20%, you might get 40%.
Right. So when we
gotcha.
do that, if you do it by categories, because it's easier to group that way. If not, you'd have to go through every
Gotcha.
single product individually, hundreds of them, and put them in what discount you want, rather than just grouping. And it would take 5 times longer to do
Now,
sales
let me
than
ask
it
you
was.
this. If it's a featured product for that week, and say it's the Dresden that Lupe just mentioned, say it's the feature, if we typed in Dresden, will it bring you to the featured products?
No, so if you type in Dresden and it pulls up all the different
It'll go to
templates,
the
and you
Dresden
click
normal
Dresden,
tabs.
it will take you to the tab it is usually found in.
Okay.
Which I believe those are under specialty templates. So that's where
okay.
it'll take you.
So when it is a sale that we do, so when it is, just I would go to the featured product section because it's mirrored in there.
Yeah, a lot of
But it
times
has
when we
the-
have
it
smaller
has the
sales,
private
all of the
sale,
products
yeah.
that are on sale, I put into the featured, so it's easier for you guys to find.
There, and it's literally 2 clicks. It literally, it's shop all featured products. You're there. It's everything listed in there.
Well,
So-
other than the keyword search, I think our website is super user friendly. Other
Yeah.
than that, that's the only problem that we really have. We've worked really, really hard to make sure
Yeah,
that
I
that's
remember
right.
when I just would I would
Cringe.
give somebody a catalog before I sent them to the website.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I do know one
But now it's-
area where customers do have a lot of problems, and I am in the process of working on it. So when people want to make an account on our website, the best way to do that is to go to martellinotions.com and click the little sign in icon on the very top right. That's where you'll make an account. A lot of people will get a cart, go to checkout, and at the end of the checkout process, they'll say, do you want to make an account? For some reason, every time I get it fixed, the coding
changes,
and then there's no button to click submit. So everybody's filling out the information, and there's no submit button.
Oh, that would make
So
me
if you
hot.
make
Oh,
sure you're
I
signed
feel
in
bad
to get your
because
rewards.
customers
now.
are calling,
Well-
and I'm trying to fix it. They fix them all, but it keeps disappearing, and I
But
don't
let's
know
go
why.
ahead and make this clear so everybody
Yes.
understands it. So when you're wanting to create an account with Martelli, please don't wait until checkout. Do it at the very beginning when you get on the web page itself to save yourself a lot of
Yes.
headache until this is 100% resolved. Like, I don't know if that sounds like it can ever be resolved if it's a coding thing. But just make sure, if you're watching, make sure you go directly to the website, and the first thing you do is sign up an account. Don't wait until after checkout. And I know a lot of people do that probably too. It makes more
Absolutely.
sense.
Got a question.
Yep.
Carolyn Erie. We love you, Carolyn.
I got you, Miss Bonnie Taylor. I see your question. I'm getting to it.
Is there any way the order history in our account can go from newest to oldest? Us longtime customers would appreciate it. Is there a
good
way
question.
to do that? Carolyn.
You know,
That's my super groupie.
I think there is. It's kind of one of those things that's hard for me to do because if I'm at the computer, I can do it for you guys. Let me see if I can.
I wonder if there's
I
a
don't
way
know if
to
I can
put
do
like
that
a
mobile.
history button on there. And
Like a history.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
in that history
order,
button,
order
categorize
history.
it.
Like when you go to your order history, like I've got an order history.
You could go
for
by
my Dick's
date.
Sporting Goods stuff, and it's a lot of history.
My point is, you could go by date, or you could go by, there's
Yeah.
probably
It
different
should
ways
put
you
it
can
in category- in category
categorize
order.
it. If you have that ability to do it.
That's not a bad.
That's why we have Jessica here for answering those things that we have no clue
Good question, Carolyn.
Very good
Keep
question.
them coming. Hey, that's what we're
I-
here.
and-
So keep those coming.
And I have you, Miss
We're
Bonnie.
live.
Miss Bonnie Taylor, I have your question. As soon as Jess answers this one, we'll get to you. And also, there's somebody else that asked.
Do you need to be
Miss
signed into
Diana
the
Ice, I
admin
have yours
area
too.
For that? Are we just gonna for the order history? Does it show?
The order history is showing on mine. The problem is I'm not on desktop. Mobile is completely different than a desktop.
Yeah.
So I'm not able to like click and try. I'm pretty sure I've done it before because I've logged in. I have an account on the back end for my testing and stuff, and I have changed it. I'm pretty sure. I just
Carolyn,
can't
I
remember off the top of my
I'll
head.
follow up with Jess on that question,
Yeah.
and I'll get you kind of the way of how to do that. But it sounds like she's seen it.
Trust me,
before, so-
anything we go over that I can't fully do right now, I will have notes. I will do it, and then
She
I
will.
will give them the write up, and
She's
they
good about
can
getting stuff done.
She's
back
like-
on with you guys to tell you the exact yes or no answers.
All right, let me move on. Bonnie Taylor said, how do we know the dollar value of our reward points?
So when you log in under your account, at the bottom right hand of the screen, it'll say My Rewards. If you click it, it's going to pop up a square box. At the top right, it tells you how many points you have. Now, when you go to the My Rewards tab in that box, it will pop up and it will tell you you need 2,000 points. And that's kind of how it's going right now. It's based off how many points you have.
But
Because
you
if
can
you,
assume every
if
10 points
it
is a dollar,
starts,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
every dollar gives you 10 points. Everything's going off points right now. So if you only have 1,000 points, but the next tier is 2,000, you can't do anything with those 1,000 points just yet. You have to get to the 2,000 to get that coupon. Like I said, it is a new program, and there are other ways and other cool things that we're going to be doing. It's just we're learning right now, and I don't want to put something out there that we haven't tested yet.
Right.
So we're in the testing phase right now to make sure it's going to work properly.
And it'll highlight. She said it will
Yes.
highlight once you get to like a 2,000 point, and that says maybe that's a $10. It'll highlight that you've earned this reward.
Yes.
So you may not just be there yet, but you're getting close. So, yeah, I get that.
All right. Diana Ice can.
Diana.
Hey, Diane.
By the way.
Ice,
Go
baby.
ahead,
That's how we
it.
say that one, right? All right. Can sort order be changed for our orders? Some of us have a lot of next buttons before we find most previous order to check shipping. I'm lost on that one, so I hope you understood that question.
Oh, can you read it one more time?
Okay.
I'm not following.
And hopefully I'm saying this right, Miss Ice. Can sort order be changed for our orders? Some of us have a lot of next buttons before we find most previous order to check shipping.
I think maybe she's asking the same thing Miss Carolyn did.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you get up to like the
You want
Like
the
maybe
newest
order
to show first, so
Okay,
you don't have to
gotcha,
continue to go
gotcha.
back.
because you know that's going to be shipped out.
Well, we know that's an important
Yeah, that's
question.
one I'll definitely be looking into to give you guys an
Yeah.
exact answer
And
on
that kind of
one.
goes along with Carolyn's what Jess said.
Diana
so-
Bullington said you can sort on the date.
Yeah, okay, see, that's what I thought.
See,
If you
that's-
click
that
the
would make
date, that's.
sense.
I just didn't want to say something without it in front of me because I don't know for sure.
We appreciate that, Miss Diana. Thank you for
People
pointing that
helping
out. The column it shows you how
I should wrap
it's
my
taken me time. I've been holding that question. I didn't go down and see the rest of the comments. All right. Do the fabric sales give us reward points? No, Ms. Fisher, that does not. Brian and I, though, after listening to Jessica today, Brian and I will see if we can create a reward
Program for that, yeah.
reward program specifically for the fabric since it cannot be integrated. Maybe
it basically can't cross over because
Yeah.
it's a live event as opposed to
Buying
a website
online.
is a click. You know,
It's
click
automated.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll figure out something for you, and we'll do it. And it may be that Comment Soul will help us at least streamline that anyway.
Yeah, and I'm sure, and this is great for the fabric sale because we're not quite even to the comment sold yet. We're almost there, so this is something that we can implement day one, probably,
Right.
if it's implementable. If it's not, we will figure out
Implementable.
some type of, that's my own word.
Wow.
I'm a scholar.
Very, very impressed with implementable.
Thank you.
That's very impressive.
Thank you. As soon as we figure out something, though, we will absolutely give you a system at having your very own reward points giving for the fabric sale. Because Brian and myself also want to reward. We know we have so many people that tune in for that fabric sale that are regulars that keep us in business.
Yes, we
for
call
all
them our Mount
purposes.
Rushmore people, and a lot of you are. We have the biggest
And
Mount Rushmore.
it grew. It grew last
now we
Thursday.
got like 10 more Mount Rushmore.
Mhm.
Yes, and so and we love new people. That's why we always ask you to comment, like, and share. Even this Talk of Martelli, we got so many different events. Like this is a huge helpful hint for you guys that run your own kind of system or company, whether it's your sewing and quilting, whether it's just something you do on the side. I mean, take heed in what Jess is saying, because it's be very vocal about what you do as far as daily. Say something, get that interest going each and every single day, so that you can provide that kind of.
And not to mention, last Thursday, those were instant rewards because David gave away pretty much half the store, as I
did.
recall.
Yes, I did. I did.
So, I didn't get paid.
And I'll try to never pay him. Try to sneak out whenever I can. All right, so I want to end this by saying thank you, everybody. Let's give it another minute or two. Is there any more questions that we have?
Yeah, shoot your questions out here. When we get Jessica in here,
This is the Martelli technical team. If
Okay.
you got technical questions,
One more.
time to ask.
Bonnie Taylor said, "Sorry to ask again, but I have 3,500 points and I don't see what the equals in coupons. I just see the points." So is there a way that, and I guess everybody's saying that
So
they
basically,
know.
Yes.
they may not
So,
have a highlighted box yet.
When you are on the main website and you're logged into your account, down in the bottom right, it will say Martelli Rewards. It's a little rectangle box. If you click it, I know I talk with my hand. Sorry.
I like it. Yeah, I do the same thing. I mean,
It's not like
It's
it.
Italian.
it helps. I promise you. It
I'm
helps.
outlining
I
boxes
know
for
it
you.
helps. The little bitty box. Yeah, everybody gets that.
Yeah.
I get it. I gotta see it. I'm a child. I need pictures.
A lot of people like that, man. Why do you think they have emojis? That's what the whole emoji thing
I
is
don't
about.
know anything unless you tell me in a picture with your words. All right, go ahead. Love it.
When you click the box, a bigger box will come up, and then it'll have a tab that says History. There'll be a middle tab that says Earn Your Points, and a right tab that says My Rewards. If you click that My Rewards tab, I don't know if I can really show you on here, you'll see how it has the boxes, and it will tell you you need 1,200 points to get the $10 off coupon, 2,200 points to get the $20 off coupon. Now, once you get 1,200 points, it will be a dark color. It goes darker. Right now,
Very
they're
cool.
grayed out. So when you can use it, if you just click on the the 1,200 points,
No, it's not
it'll
$1,200.
let you use it, and it'll give you a coupon code to use that $10.
Oh, very cool.
Now, if you want to save your 1,200 points and continue to buy and try to get to 2,200 points, then save your points until you reach that.
So
Because
she's
once
at
you use
2,500.
those,
She
they're
should be
gone.
at least $20.
Yeah, so let me ask you this, Jessica,
Mm-hmm.
and this probably is
Nice.
probably common sense, but I'm not going to do this. Okay, so somebody has 3,500 points, but the let's say they plug in and they're only going to use 2,500. They only want to use 2,500, or all's that product will allow for is the one coupon code. Will it save their points, or once you use that points right there and then, do you have to use them all at once?
No. So if
Oh,
you
cool.
have
1,300 points and use the 1,200 point, you still
You
have
have
100
200
points.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I guess
Nice.
that's
Then
what I
you
was
continue
so
to build
it
on to
doesn't-
the next one.
It's not
Right.
all or nothing.
Yeah.
No.
So you don't have to use them all at one time, and that gets people to maybe want to push to that second to third, that
Yeah,
tier.
and it might be that you only have to spend an extra, $30 or $40 buying something to get those extra
That's
points
right.
that you need. You
Yep.
know, so
So-
that's really cool too. Okay, is there any other questions that we have for Jessica?
Any other
questions?
ones? Jess is here.
I do have one thing that I know a lot of people have issues with. So a lot of people will try to sign into their account and it will say it won't let me in, it doesn't recognize me. If you go to the forget my password and it does not shoot you an email to reset your password, that means you do not have an account with us. A
Nice.
lot of
Okay.
people are a little confused. They sign up for our newsletter and think that they've made an account, but it's two separate things.
Very good.
So the
Very-
newsletter is separate. If you create the newsletter, that's great, but you still have to create one on our website.
It's super easy. Go to the martellinotions.com and it's on the right side. If you have never set up an account, there's a little tab called register.
Yeah.
And it's super simple.
Man.
And make sure you put all of your information in and save it.
And do it before you purchase, because
Yes.
we remember, for those that just tuned in late, if you're waiting till you purchase and then you go to checkout, there's having issues with
The
there. So when
same.
you go to the website, make sure you create your account before you check out. That will be very helpful to you and to the staff here at Martelli and to our web people. I'm sure they would appreciate that very, very much.
Yep, and you won't only have to do it once. That's the thing. You only have to do it one time, and you don't have to do it anymore. So that makes it streamlined as well.
Yeah.
Okay, also, Miss Janice is watching. Hi, Miss Janice. She texted me.
Oh,
She
Janice,
said,
hey,
we're
Janice.
updating the Miva store here soon. It has an update coming. And she said once that's done, the customer can sort by newest orders with no issues.
Very,
So,
very
it's
cool.
coming.
There
If it's
you
not
go.
done already.
Very
Hey,
cool.
solving
Maybe
problems immediately.
That's good. Maybe we can steal Jessica to have her help us, Miss Janice, on the comment and sold and the e-commerce. What do you think about that? All right, we are going to wrap things up. I appreciate you,
You have to
coming,
send
Jessica.
that in a formal email.
I
I'm
do.
sure she got
And
it.
I'll send it to support. And I'll send it
I'm
to
looking
support.
out for you, Janice.
I had a good time today. It was a fantastic show. We're going to let Jess go, and then we're going to go over a few things really quickly. Jess, thank you for coming
Thank you,
so
Jess.
Well,
much.
thank
We sure
you.
do appreciate
Hopefully I was
you.
helpful.
Oh, you
Yes.
were. You did very
Yes.
good.
Absolutely.
We appreciate
And
you.
everybody
Thanks
at
for
home,
the pictures.
you know,
yes.
this is
All
a
right,
great
Jess,
way
I'm gonna
for
get out
us
of your
to.
way and let you go, and then we're going to go. Brian
We
and I-
appreciate Jess.
Yeah, thank you, Jess, very
Thank
much.
you.
Ladies at
Now,
home,
Get everybody else on.
everybody.
Alrighty.
See you, Jess. Safe travels.
All right.
All right, as you know, this is Talking Martelli's is kind of new. We're trying to get everybody, at the manufacturing facility over here at some point in time in the next few months, just so you can learn about everybody's job. But again, also Talking Martelli was also developed as a way to branch out the Martelli revenue stream, to be able to bring more great products for you, be able to bring in more revenue to pay more help here at Martelli's. And our e-commerce website is not quite up quite yet. So we're as of right now, to help support Talking Martelli and help this grow, we're just showing a few products.
Yep.
And we're going to have you email us to take orders. But the e-commerce website, we're probably less than a month out, maybe 3
I
weeks.
think so. I think that we are we are right there at the finish line.
Yeah.
And we have been waiting for this for a very, very long time. So we're right there. Believe me, we are working as hard as we can to get everything streamlined. But before that, we still want to show you kind of our sponsored area, our recommended products of the week, like we do every week for you. And believe me, when we can get them at this rate, you jump on it. Like I have been able. We've had rave reviews.
I brought the products that's had the best
reviews so
over the
far.
last few weeks.
And I know that one right there, that right here, my wife has used.
my wife loved this one
all
too.
the time.
Yeah, my wife loved this one too.
And yeah, that's right. Okay, so
So a couple of other things, like I said, the e-commerce website is going to be coming soon. So I'm going to say that we're less than a week away. But this really, really helps us be able to bring different topics to you. Not just Martelli topics, but all kinds of other topics to you. And to me, this far, I don't think we've had a bad show yet.
I don't think we have it all. I mean, I have enjoyed every topic that we have. Like next week,
learned so much.
Yeah, ladies. I'm just going to tell you now, you may want to tune in next week. We got the firefighter, Greg McClellan, coming in, and let me
Always
tell
a
you,
fun
you're going to
topic.
want to, he doesn't look as good as me, but tune in.
I think that's going to be a fun topic. Bring me back to my firefighting days 20 years ago.
I think y'all are
I've
gonna
forgotten
hit
a
it
lot.
off. Yeah,
but,
and he's a baseball player. Played ball with him in the past, and
you'd learn a lot. And here's the thing, bring him in. He probably has still a lot of stuff fresh on his mind, seeing that's how he does. But you can learn. We'll talk about fire safety at your house. Some of the things that you can do
And
to prepare your
that you may not
family
even know about.
that you don't think about.
That's right.
So this will be a fantastic thing.
Because I promise you, no firefighter wants to come to your house ever.
No.
They never do.
No.
Except for dinner.
No, I
Okay.
hated it. And some of the
Yes,
I'm not.
and
We'll,
we're
we'll
not gonna
save that
talk
for
about
next
these-
week.
yeah.
We'll save it for next week.
Yep,
All right, let's
great
talk,
show tune,
Let's talk
next
about a few of these products real quick, Brian. So the reason why I brought all this up, in the future to support this, we can send you directly to the e-commerce
Yes.
website to buy. We don't have that yet, but we still have to support this show. So I'm going to show you 3 of our top products the last month or so. And if you want to purchase, you can reach out to Brian. Brian, what's your cell phone number?
My cell phone is 850-232-3714. 850-232-3714. You can call me, leave a message. I should answer the phone, but if I don't, always leave a message. Don't matter what. I check my voicemail or text. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if it's over the weekend. It doesn't matter during the day. Anytime, my number is available to you.
And we're about to give you some really good special pricing today. We'll let this go. Today's Tuesday. We'll let this go through Thursday.
Okay.
But the first thing you want to talk about that, Brian?
The ultrasonic cleaner. So here's the thing.
A lot of mad good reviews that we received on this product.
So David gave my wife, actually, Nicole, hey, can you have Nicole try this? And I said, absolutely. Well, Nicole has not returned it, and I don't think you're going to be able to pry it out of her hands. Okay, so it has a stainless steel area right here. It comes in, it's about an 8-inch by about 3-inch area right there. So your rings, I've heard your glasses. This is the huge thing. My glasses were put in here, but let me tell you something. Her diamond rings and her jewelry, she does it like once a week now.
Oh wow!
And she all it is you push the button here and you leave it alone, and it
like
automatically
3 minutes, right?
stops. Yeah, it's like 2.5, 3 minutes, something like that. Plugs in. You can get that solution, the ultrasonic solution, anywhere. Okay, just go.
I'm sure you can use water too, right?
Yeah, you can use water as well. Ultrasonic solution will go there. There's many different products that you can clean with this. It's incredible for watches, jewelry. I've heard even teeth, like dentures, to clean that out. So it's multi.
Give me a special price that we can run that just till Thursday. What's a good price? 25-ish.
Really?
Well, I don't know what the price was. I don't remember.
It was $39 to start. So
let's do 25. Let's do $25. I'll do $25. Yep.
For the ultra, it has a little tray for your rings to set in a tray. So, and it got $25. Just text. You can text my cell. Call. There it is, right on the screen. If you know the storefront as well, you can do that. No problem.
We're gonna run that one through Thursday. Okay.
Through Thursday
the next
only.
one, we have a rechargeable eyebrow trimmer. My daughter Tori actually stole
she
one of
did
these
use
and took it home, and she said she loved it. I don't know why I always hit that button. It's a little button on the chair. I always hit it with my foot. But this is a rechargeable eyebrow trimmer, and for ladies, it comes in a really cool glittery color. It's super simple. Has a charger. Has a little cap.
Look at the casing.
Yeah. So this is something that
That's
you can.
heavy duty, y'all.
Yeah, and this is something that you can keep in your purse, thinking about
Absolutely.
being able to look in your rearview mirror. I know how the ladies like to make themselves beautiful before they go in someplace, but it's as simple as taking that off. Again, it has a USB charger, and it has a nice little cap. It looks cool.
Like your mouth area.
Yeah, well,
it
here's
does nose and eyebrows.
Yeah, so there's the one that's, I don't know if it's.
I think that's going to be around your upper lip.
I don't know what
or
they
just
call
a
it though. Yeah, but
little
it's the upper lip.
little what do you call it? Little fuzzy. What is it?
I don't know what they call it, but anyways, really cool looking. We're gonna go ahead. You know what? We're gonna match the price on. We're gonna do this one for $20. I'll do this one for $20. Okay?
$20, and we'll call that the trimmer.
Yep. There's not going to be free shipping on this because we're giving such really good prices. I'm going to actually do 2 more. This was the electric callus remover. I actually tried one online when we did the fabric
He
sale the
did
other
this
day.
online.
I was
and
really
it
impressed with it.
Crumbled.
Yeah.
The calluses on his hands. It was fantastic.
I think I actually showed it, and it still looks amazing. Because right here, I don't know if it's from yard work, but I've always had this big callus right here. But like even today from last Thursday, it's nice and smooth, and you can't even see it.
He looked like a minute, like 30 seconds to a minute, and it's already shaved down. Let me tell you something.
That's like 3 different heads. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but I've never used one. So, but your wife rave reviewed
Yeah,
it.
she swear by it.
Okay, there's like 3 different attachments
talk
based
about it. I'm
on
gonna get one more thing.
It's like soft feel. Like it says right here, there's 3. There's a fine abrasive head for daily care. There is a medium abrasive head for like newly formed, like dead skin. There's a rough head for old calluses, and I tell you what, it shaved it right off. I don't know what he's going to do for you price wise, but this thing, and it's heavy duty. It's got a good feel to it. It's not heavy, but it's heavy duty weight. On top of that, metal edging on it, one touch switch. It's awesome, and it is 3 heads. So and here's what the heads are for, David. I just for daily care. So when you file like yours that you just did down, it's you use a rough one to get it down, and then for newly formed, if it's just new, there's a medium. But for daily care, then all you have to do is the fine abrasive one. So there's maintenance and then heads on each one,
which is really good because once you get that down. Brian, really quickly on this right here, what was the price?
$25 if you want the jewelry ultrasonic cleaner, or let's just say ultrasonic cleaner because it's not just for jewelry; it's for about 55 different things. And then for the trimmer,
we
shaver / trimmer.
Yep. What do we say on that one?
20.
Okay, and the callus remover.
What do you want to do on that?
We can do that one. We'll do that one for $30.
$30. Okay.
Yep.
This is like a $39, $40 product.
This is $15-20 cheaper than what we sold before. And the last one we want to talk about. This one was absolutely amazing.
So this is basically our beauty kits. Yeah.
Miss Costello said, "Did you ever get the English for the instructions for that?" No, we have. Miss Costello, sorry about that. We have not. I swear to you, it's on the to-do list. But I don't have control of when things get done, so that's a good point. I'm glad she asked. There are some written instructions that are supposed to be done for this, and they are not done. It's not complicated to do. It just everything has to be done in a certain order. And last time I tried,
that was hilarious because but believe me, when we get this stuff, it is supposed to be in English.
It's supposed to be, yeah. And then the last one I want to talk about, if Miss Susan Lance is watching, she can verify to this. This is really cool.
Rave review on this.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 different lights on this. Let's kind of show you. This is really cool. This is called the Beauty Instrument, and it helps with so many things. I don't have all the features and benefits with me because I didn't know I was going to show this today. But it has a little plastic case on there, and it also vibrates to open those pores. But the different lights have different features.
Take off the case. The case. There.
But
the case is now inside the bag.
Yeah. So.
It's awesome. But look, watch this.
So I'm going to push on this so you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear that. It has a vibration, so it opens up those pores, and it has several different lights. So
Comfort handle.
So it's got a red light, a green light, and it also has a blue light. And those different lights do different things for the face. It also allows you to put cream on your face and use it with cream, so you can just wipe it off, which is really cool. On this one, I cannot. I'm gonna have to do this one for $65. I can't go any cheaper than that. Woo, let me write that down. And this is just a special. This is our way of saying thank you to you for all you do. Give you really cool imports at really good pricing. It helps us support Talking Martelli. It helps us tremendously bring you a bunch of cool topics. But anyways, we sure do appreciate y'all. Let's do a quick giveaway. Woo! All right.
I'm going to let you do it on the Facebook one.
No, I'm going to let you do it. Yeah, okay. Here, I'm going to hand you this then.
Or how about Jimmy, since will be equal?
Jimmy, you want to do it?
Miss Lance just typed in, so there's everybody. All right,
I use a cleanser with. Hold on, I want to talk about. Miss Lance said, "I'm glad you're watching." Hi, Miss Lance. She said, "I use a cleanser with mine." She called me up about 2 weeks ago just to tell me how much she loved this beauty instrument. So if you haven't got that, so Miss Lance, is it worth every penny?
Thank you, Susan.
Yes, we sure do appreciate you. Mel Glipsy said, "Great products." And I know Mel at least has 2 of these, if my memory is correct. Miss Mel, which ones do you have? And it's good to see everybody, by the way.
Yes.
I love Talking Martelli. It's more low-key.
Yes, and we have the chance to sit back, relax. And like our new studio, we're going to have some comfy chairs. Dave's going to be able to sleep if he wants.
Next week we'll be in our studio, by the way. Next week we'll be in our studio.
By the way, just real quick, if anybody is in the Reno, Nevada area, please come see me. I will be there at a trade show. And I don't go to a lot of them. So when I do, you want to be there. I'm going to be in Reno, Nevada, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Come see me. You tell me you watch Talking Martelli or one of our Fabric Live sales, I'm going to hook you up.
Mel Glipsy said she has the trimmer. So we have Susan Lance, who's on, who just testified how much she loves the beauty instrument, and then we have Mel Glipsy, who has the trimmer.
Yes.
So, and then my wife swore by this, so you can say these
They're
are all
all
really,
three, and then my
really
wife
good
swore
products.
by the where's our
Right here. Oh, right here.
Oh, it's right here. So everything has a review on it, not by us,
No, not
which
not
is
by
great.
us.
It's by actual customers.
People that use it, yeah.
So, and there's
All right.
All right,
We ready for the giveaway? Let's do the trimmer. Let's do the eyebrow trimmer. We're going
All
to
right.
do this as a giveaway today.
Just for y'all.
Yep. Drum roll.
Please.
Stop. What you got?
Cheryl Fisher.
Cheryl Fisher.
Cheryl Fisher.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I love giveaways. Anytime we can give something out, that's what we like.
I'm writing your name on the box, Miss Fisher.
Thank you, Miss Cheryl. Cheryl's been a part of what we do for a while, so
Yeah.
we
We
love
love all of you so
Sure.
much. I mean, without
Thank you,
you,
Miss
this
Fisher.
wouldn't be possible. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. We want to put a special thank you out to Jessica. I know she's not there for
Thank
coming
you, Jess.
in.
Yeah,
and
we
work
really
with us.
appreciate
And we're
you.
going to try to get some other Martelli employees over here so you can really
Well,
see
we got
how
Lynn.
Yeah, we got Lynn coming up very soon too.
And
She
David,
does
can
a
I
few
can I
more
say
schools.
something real quick? You know, this show, not only is it a great way for us to communicate with everybody out there, but it's a great way for them to communicate with
It really
us.
is.
Yes.
And we're going to be able to patch you in live for live call-ins if you want, so that
In
we
the
can
near
actually
future.
hear your
Sure.
voice.
Once
That's
we get in the
coming
studio, we're gonna get it
yeah, we'll
figured
be
out.
able to like, hey, Eileen Costello wants to. We're going to just have you call in, and we can get your questions will be right there.
And remote guests too.
That's
Being
right.
able to the people that aren't from this local area want to
We'll be able to
join the
zoom
show
in,
as a
or however
guest.
we're going to do that.
Yeah.
I'll leave that up to Jimmy.
Yeah, we're going to
Yep.
leave that up to the camera experts.
No
yeah,
problem.
And I'm
No
certainly not
problem.
one. All right, I want to thank you so much. You're welcome, Ms. Fisher. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Remember, take advantage of those. Let me go over those prices one more time.
Yep.
So the eyebrow trimmer is $20. The callus remover, $30. The ultrasonic cleaner, $25. And the beauty tool is $65. Make sure you call Brian. Brian, say your number one more time.
850-232-3714. What you see on the screen, call or text me, but please, please, please leave a number because I've got to send it out and we'll get you set up. And there are limited quantities, so the sooner you call in, the sooner we have. We
Yeah,
don't
I know,
have
but
a
I only
million of every of these.
I have like 11
yeah,
of these.
so we
and that's
don't
it.
have. So they're limited quantities. So the sooner you get it, the sooner we're going to get it to you, and that you don't miss out on this.
Now, we won't have Brian with us Thursday for the fabric sale, but you're going to want to tune in because I'm going to have a serious heart-to-heart talk with everybody about a few things, how we can make it a little bit better for you and provide.
I'll miss y'all.
It's impossible to provide better fabric because we get the best of the best
Best,
fabric.
yeah.
But there's some other things that we can do to help be able to bring more products in and maybe even better pricing.
Yeah, don't miss out. Don't miss out. I am going to try to live be logged in and help with
That would be
just
great.
commenting and
Yeah,
stuff.
that'd be
And I hate missing one of these. So
They are fun.
Tune in. We'll see everybody Thursday from 1 p.m.
We love
11
everybody.
4 p.m. 7 p.m. We'll see y'all next week.